Today I really want to tell you guys a story about how dark social has affected Yusuf and I and hashtag our stories, and how we're feeling about it, and what it really means for publishers, for brands, for storytellers, for creators. So yeah, cool. Okay, awesome. You guys can hear me. Okay, so I want to start by telling you guys a story. So last week, Friday, so before I even get there, Yusuf and I are currently based in South Africa. So right now I'm talking to you from Johannesburg, South Africa. So last week we did a story. We went to the Durban High Court, where former President Jacob Zuma was attending a court case where he had 16 corruption charges against him. And so there was this whole, all of his supporters, all of these Zuma supporters were outside the Durban High Court. And we really wanted to go there and do what hashtag our stories does, and that is to get the voices of people that are not being heard by traditional media, or that are not bubbling to the top of people's timelines. And so we went outside, and we left the politicians, we left Zuma, and we left all of the polls and pundits for traditional media, and we really just wanted to hear the voices of the people, of the Zuma supporters. And we created this video, which was literally just a bunch of interviews with his supporters. And it's a very interesting interview, and I'll put it in the comment section below so you guys can watch it and so you know what I'm talking about. I'm going to put it right now, actually. There you go. So it's on our page, hashtag our essay. And we're asking the obvious questions. We're asking his supporters, why are you backing a man with 16 corruption charges? And the video was really our first attempt at satire. But still with the core values of what hashtag our stories is, to really give a voice to underrepresented communities that are not being heard. And what happened was that this video that we put up, so we shot it in 1 hour, we edited and subtitled and music in 1 hour, and we put it up to Facebook that same day, that same afternoon, and it went viral. And viral in South Africa, so on Facebook, the video is currently on 300,000 views, which is not that much when you think about international videos that go viral with millions and millions of views. But what happened was that we doubled our audiences across all our social media channels for hashtag our essay, across Facebook, across Instagram, across Twitter. But the virality of it really, what propelled it into this virality and the impact of this video didn't come from Facebook only. The trajectory of the video was that it was uploaded to Facebook by us. It was then downloaded by lots and lots of people, and then uploaded onto WhatsApp and WhatsApp groups. And this is what dark social is. So people downloaded it and uploaded up to WhatsApp. And from there, we don't actually know how many views it got on WhatsApp, how many downloads it had, how many conversations it created, what really happened. And that's what dark social is. It's platforms, closed platforms like WhatsApp, like Facebook Messenger, like email, where we don't really know, we don't have data or clear analytics of how far our videos are reaching, who our content is getting to, and what conversations and engagements are being created from those videos. And so it's almost impossible to track and to understand, because these videos tend to then take on a life of its own. So the trajectory of our video, for example, went from Facebook, which we uploaded, to WhatsApp. And then what happened was that the information so what happened was that people then started taking the video from WhatsApp and re-uploading it to Facebook. And this is the really interesting thing about dark social, is that while information is somewhat confined on Facebook, so we have these echo chambers on Facebook, because of the algorithms creating these echo chambers, so our content is going to our friends and family and kind of like-minded people to us. But on WhatsApp, those algorithms are not there. So we're getting to target people that are not in our echo chambers, people that are outside our groups that we normally target. And this is the really interesting thing about dark social for us, is that within WhatsApp and within these other social platforms, these closed social platforms like Facebook Messenger and email, there's a whole group of other people on all of the different spectrums that we're not normally used to. And so we're starting to take dark social very, very seriously. And what happened with our video was that the opposition party, which is the Democratic Alliance, someone from their camp then took the video, uploaded it onto their personal profile on Facebook, and got like 5,000 shares on it. Then a right-wing group uploaded it to their Facebook page, and they got hundreds of views, even more than we had on our original video. And the title implied, the title of their video was "Why Democracy Doesn't Work." And the title implied that South African voters, that these people on the video were uneducated, uninformed, and they shouldn't be entitled to even vote. And our video was being weaponized by racist trolls. The video touches on white monopoly and white monopoly capital, land issues, race issues, and class issues. So we always knew it was going to be kind of controversial, and we always knew it was going to attract some trolls. But we've come to realize that these aren't actually trolls. They are actually people on the other side of the echo chamber. And what dark social allows us to do is that it allows us to have access to these people, have access to people out of our echo chambers. And that is so valuable. So even though at this point we can't necessarily always track what's happening on dark social, it gives us an opportunity to attract other unique groups that we're not attracting normally. And also with mobile phone prevalence on the rise, and us as mobile journalists working in South Africa, for example, there's such a high cost of data. And so people are not necessarily on Facebook because Facebook takes up a lot of data. So people are using these closed platforms. They're using messaging services like WhatsApp, like Facebook Messenger, like email, and all of these kinds of dark social tools. And they're using these tools to share information between one another. And that's why this allows us to really target these people. There's a report that says that 84% of consumers' outbound sharing comes from private dark social, not from Facebook, not from Instagram, not from any of these public platforms that we can track, but it's all coming from dark social. And for us, it's made us realize that we can spend countless hours filing these plagiarism reports, and we can ask the platforms to take the content down that was copied from us when people upload the video as their own. But there's no point in fighting it, because the internet really has no space for control freaks, and information really on the internet wants to be free. And so our job, the constructive part of this and the solution of this, I guess, is to really understand these platforms. Take the time to understand WhatsApp groups, for example, because that's a way to kind of track. If you have a group on WhatsApp, you can kind of track what's happening on that group. But to understand these platforms, understand the new ways that information is traveling on these dark social platforms. And for us, for our content itself, what we can do, what we do have control over, is we can add as much context and insights into our videos as possible. We can brand them, clearly brand them. We can label them properly. So when they share it, both within these closed groups or outside of it on public platforms, we absolutely maximize reach, and we can minimize the opportunity for people to manipulate our content for their own gains. So there's a couple of tools that you can use to help you with dark social, and I'm going to do a separate video about that. I think there's like 4 tools that you can use. There's 4 tools that you can use to really understand dark social. So I'm going to do a more practical video about that. But please, if you guys have any questions about dark social, about your experiences with dark social, please let me know in the comments section. I've put the video up. And I want to know what brands and what media houses and what publications are really doing about dark social. I think it's something that we need to talk about more. It's something that has become so relevant and so prevalent for us, especially as mobile users. there's so many ways that our content can just take on a life of its own, and people will find a way to share it as their own, or to even misuse it. So this is where the whole fake news thing comes in, because if you think that Facebook is a pit for fake news to just spread, then places like WhatsApp is just a cesspit of fake news, because people share things, they take things out of context, they manipulate data. Yeah, exactly. So Yusuf and I will do a video on exactly what how we plan to use dark social to increase our reach, not just to increase our reach, but to really gain access to unique communities that we're not gaining access to on our public platforms like Facebook or Instagram. Yeah, so I really just wanted to talk to you guys about our experience and how we're starting to think about dark social, not just about Facebook and how we're growing our audiences across our other platforms. Because, for example, this video, it got 300,000 views on Facebook, but it ended up doubling our audiences across all of our other platforms. And we were interviewed by multiple radio stations, by media, by TV in South Africa. And the comment section of this video is really very interesting, because it's, like I said, you'll always get these trolls that are out there that are posting things that you don't necessarily agree with. But this is the types of conversations that we're really trying to get out of our videos, the debates that are happening, the things that we might not necessarily agree with. And that's where that referral from dark social into your public platforms really becomes very important. So in your videos, for example, you could you need to really brand your platform. You need to brand your videos very well. You need to put in, so if you see on the top of all of our videos, on the top right hand corner, we always have a branding. We're thinking about how we can work better to put in our social media handles, so people, even if they're watching it on any of these platforms, any of these private platforms, they still have a way to access us on the public platforms and to tell their friends about it in a better way. So yeah, that's really what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. And I think that on Edcast and on the TFJ Now, Thomson, on my page there, I think that's really what I'm going to be exploring for the next week. Is I'm going to be talking about ways that you can use dark social to gain an audience and to get a unique perspectives on other audiences, and also some of the tools that you can use to track dark social, whether it's on WhatsApp or Facebook Messenger. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, please ask me in the comment section. I'm currently in Johannesburg. Yusuf is currently in Austin, Texas. Yeah, and we're really right now, we're trying to build out our hashtag, our SA page, which is our South African project. And we're trying to understand what's happening on, what people are really sharing on the dark social platforms like WhatsApp, to really kind of tell us the kinds of content that we want to do, that we need to be doing on the public platforms like Facebook. So we're really using it to help us understand the types of content and the types of things that people are talking about, which is how you can use it in a positive, more constructive way. Yeah. So I think I'm going to leave it there. Thank you guys so much.